Hello, my name's Ian. Welcome back to the Grow Zone. In this video, we're going to add water to the container. I'm going to play with the extraction fans at the back. And I'm going to cut a hole in some stainless steel for the sink. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to follow along with the journey. This was the marking I made to cut out the hole for the sink. 3 centimeters all around. It's going to fit really well, I think. Now I'm just making sure I've got the measurement for the underside. 1 centimeter. Yeah, we decided to cut the caster wheels off. This is Bryan making short work of these wheels. It's going to be a much better solution when we get the table in there to have a flat surface. And they weren't too difficult to take off. Okay, cutting the hole for the sink in the stainless steel. Job done. And the sink fits perfectly. The measurements worked out, and it's going to be a really, really nice station, this. Underneath is good. There's been a couple of comments of people saying, what are you going to do about the floor? The caster wheels are going to be a nightmare, and yes, they are. But especially for this station that's going to have water and equipment on it, it's going to be much better if these are flat. Actually, this one's already got a hole, and you can see, and once we do get it in place, we can drill, screw it down to the floor, down to the corrugation, so it stays very sturdy. That's going to be a much better solution. Yeah, and here is our sink. Took the faucet off so I could measure it in the last video. If you haven't seen that, please check it out. I go through a list of all the equipment that we've used here to make this installation happen. If you're interested, let me just show you down the back of the container here. I've come a little way on my bracket solution. This is the existing Thermo Kings, and this was their bracket that they sit on. I discussed in another video, which you can see above, if you haven't seen it already, that I thought I could use this bracket here and turn it upside down, because the bolt holes at the top here happen to match my bracket for the fan. We're going to be able to mount my extraction fans. I'll show you what I've done. These are just hand tight at the moment. So this is the bracket for the Thermo King, which has been flipped upside down. These slots here did bolt into this bottom plate, as you can see the markings left by them. And I think it's going to be a really sturdy option. I had to nip out with the tin snips from this casing. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that really. Yeah, there you can see a good view of it. Maybe this side's better. I had to nip out a little slice so that this new bracket formation configuration can sit flush. And I'll tighten these off once I'm happy with the fitment. My fan bolts onto this and then sits in this existing casing. Water in and drainage out. It's much easier that side, eh? Nice. Yep. So this is what we have so far. This is going to be the drainage out. This is going to be the water in. We're actually not going to use that stop valve that came with the humidifier. And going metal to plastic and plastic back to metal isn't great. So we're going to swap that out for another fitting. This one is going to the sink. Here's where the water comes in and out of the container. There's just a standard push fitting for a hose on that one for the in, and then we've got a more substantial fitting which is loose on purpose so that it can come on and off, and just a bigger gauge of pipe. We can get a longer one of this in the future, but just for now, so that it can run off and just go slightly away from the container. And we did do a test fit with the table here and the sink, and we've run a dummy test of the pipe that's going to the drainage, and then we have braided line coming from the in, and it's going to split a few times, one up to the heater which is going to go up there, one up to the humidifier which is going this side to the left.
So if something isn't right, it should
Yeah, go. Okay, so we have water on, very exciting. The humidifier started to fill up the reservoir and it's all go. Let's have a look inside here. It's starting to fill. There's a float valve on the inlet of the humidifier which is stopping filling. Drainage is all working, no leaks. Filter filled up nicely, which I missed, but it did. And just listening for any irregularities. Yeah, there was a few things that we neglected to tighten on the humidifier, the drainage and the overflow. We've since done that.
Oh, it's the hot
Yeah,
water.
it's filling up nicely. Stick around and we'll turn on the humidifier in a second. Really happy with this water flow. And it's going to be a great addition to my mushroom farm. Yeah, a bit of drippage there. Alright, and here it is. First time running humidifier, and it is pumping. Really happy. This is just basic settings, so we need to dial it in. But I think it's going to be really, really great for the fruiting chamber. Hey, Future Ian here. I'm editing the video and I realised I didn't say goodbye or give you an overview of what happened. I'm going to do a smaller, shorter video on all the settings for the humidifier in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks and see you again. Alright.